Hello everyone, welcome to Homeschool Autism Life. My name is Jamie. Today's video I wanted to share what Inara's homeschool schedule is kind of looking like as far as her individual courses. Last year I don't know, I kind of overwhelmed her, I think, to a certain degree, because I'm like, I gave her 2 courses, Gather Round Unit, Career and Trade, and then I gave her a science, and I said, you have the whole year to do it. And so initially she was like, but I have to do this, and I have to do this, and she was she was just overwhelmed by it. And when I told her, I'm like, calm, breathe, and relax. You have the whole year to do it. You just have to pace yourself. Then she decided, okay, I don't need to do it. And then the last month and a half, like, she was just doing nothing but that, because like any time she had free time, she was doing that because she didn't learn how to pace herself. So this year I decided that because it's a little bit more complicated with high school, and I'm sharing this because the big ones, so she's doing, and I'm sorry I did this, but I had to do it. I had it out. So this is her history, and that's just part 1 of history, and this is her science. So I broke up. The science one was in quarters, and then the history was in like day after day after day. And so I was trying to figure out how to like shrink it down so that the half of the exploring world history, thank you, was in 1 year, and not like, I really don't want to overwhelm her. And so this is probably going to be overwhelming anyway, but I've figured it all out and I've plotted it on the thing. And she has a copy of this in both her history and her science notebooks that I've built for her. And then I've circled all the dates when something is due, and then wrote it here as well, so she knew exactly what was due. So there shouldn't be any confusion, and if she sticks to this schedule, by the end of the year she will not be doing any, I did 3 modules in science. And that's what I'm trying to avoid. By the way, just so you know, there were many discussions leading up to that, and she kept telling me, oh, I got it. She didn't have it. And so this year I'm like, okay, I'm going to build it for her, because like I said, it took me a while to wrap my brain around it. So this is, I've got what the quarters look like. I've got every single quiz and history and Bible exam. We're not doing language arts, which is also included in the Exploring World History. She has lots and lots of English. She doesn't need it. Just reading the books that are required for the history is lots of English or language arts. I'm also having her, every single time that she does this, I want her to, like, if she's doing any school, she's got a notebook that says, I did this for science or history, I did this for, and she keeps a record of her time, so that again she can build this up. I'm just realizing that I forgot to pull out. So another thing that was helpful for me is I had a friend who's a teacher in the Golden Hills School Division area, or in our area anyway, and I had her print out for me their high school credit sheet of paper. And so they explain how many credits you need per year, and then they go through and explain what you need essentially, and what are like the extras you can get. So at this particular point in time, I was then able to go, okay, this, and it's hard guys. It's hard because I'm looking at this exploring world history, and there's some online who say that it is a full high school history for grade 12. And then there's others that are like, well, Alberta doesn't see it that way. So if you want that credit, again, I'm not going with the Alberta approved diploma pathway. I'm doing my own thing. But I do want her to feel like she has earned all 100 credits that you need to graduate from Alberta. So, and it's something that I can keep a huge record of and go, this is all the work that she's done. Our homeschool facilitator, again, I'm getting a new one, so I have no idea what she's going to be like, but there's a possibility of her just challenging an exam if she needed to do that. She doesn't at this point because she wants to be a baker. So there's not a lot of need, which is why, what are you supposed to do? That's why I feel like it's okay if I, you know, do my own thing a little bit here. But if she suddenly veers off and changes her mind and wants to be a paleontologist or something like that, I can prove that she did these things and then also challenge those exams. If she passes those exams, she gets the credits. So again, the purpose is not me going neener, I want to do my own thing, but also make sure that she has the ability to be like, I did the work, I graduated from high school, even if I don't have a fancy Alberta diploma. And the reason why I feel that that's okay too is because anytime that I ever said, yes, graduated from high school, nobody asked for my diploma. Nobody asked for me to prove that I have a diploma. So the only time I've ever heard that you needed to produce the diploma was if you were becoming a doctor, nurse, or a police officer. None of those things are in the cards for this child at this point. So yeah, that's really helpful because I want her to feel the sense of accomplishment that I did in fact graduate from high school. I did do a good job. I passed with this grade point average, and I'm ready to do whatever it is that I need to do. So with the history program, there's a lot of stuff that she needs to read and then look at and write. She's got a whole bunch of review questions that she needs to look at and write out in a separate notebook that then I grade. And there's so much. So the only thing that we are not doing for that is any of the projects. She's not picking a project. She has too many other things going on. But I did want to share this because I think it's such an important part of like just helping our kids succeed when they know that, okay, this is where everything is, this is what I need to accomplish. And like I said, in each book she has it picked out and placed so that she knows exactly what's due, when it's due. And then mommy has so much more grading to do. So pray for me. So I just wanted to share that with her biology textbook. This is gonna be loud. Her biology textbook is big and thick, and it can be overwhelming for our kids to look at that and go, but I'm like, you have the whole year. You have the whole year to watch the videos, to read the textbooks, to do the tests, and then the quarterly tests, and then you're done. And when it's all broken up like that, then it's a lot easier for them to go, okay, just one bite at a time, one bite at a time. Yeah, so that's the big thing that I wanted to share with you when it comes to high school and giving our kids a path to success. Because yeah, it was like I was sitting here for like 2 days going, how does she get all this in? And how do I filter it through so that it's not too much at one point and not enough at the end, or it's not backlit at the end and she's like, I need to finish. That's been a big story of my homeschool, is how do I get this all in and make sure that she feels like she's accomplished. So I hope that this has been a helpful video. We'll talk to you next time. Bye.